notice on your screen?
Yes, we do.
All right, great. And we have everyone I'm expecting to see. And we're just going to there's probably a few people want to join us after we get started, but I'll keep an eye on that as we go. So welcome everyone. This is Docket 4400 WR103. The application is City of Omro for authority to adjust water rates. This is Mike Newmark, the Administrative Law Judge for the Public Service Commission. We're here on Zoom, and the utilities also made its a meeting room available to members of the public that could not connect to our Zoom streaming service. So I appreciate them for doing that, accommodating the public that way. What we're doing here today is creating the record in the case. It's the documents we identify and verify under oath as exhibits, as well as comments we receive live from the utility commission staff and members of the public who join us before we adjourn. So like I mentioned, we do have members of the public in the room. We also have several people on Zoom. So welcome everyone. So what we do, so I'm creating the record today, and then we provide that record to the decision maker in the case. In this case, the decision maker is, let me scroll down here, Andy Galvin, the administrator for the Division of Water Utility Regulation and Analysis. So we'll give the record to Andy, and he will make a decision in the case, and then a written order will issue based on that decision. It'll get emailed to the utility and put on the commission's website. And just so you know, the notice of hearing we have on the screen share does display a link to where the documents can be found in this case. So it's a part of our case management system. You can also, in the same system, you can get the documents. You can also get the documents on our electronic records filing system. It's basically the same link you're seeing here. So if you do want to get to that link, it should be available on our website, but also on the screen share here. It's going to be part of our YouTube recording. So there's a couple ways to get to that. Also, I hope maybe the utility can help out people who are in the community to check out those documents if they want to do so. So first off, we need to verify the documents we have on file. We'll start off with the utility. So the commission staff shared with me a list of documents that it identified for the record. I'm going to put that on the screen share. And so documents that the utility filed, we have 7 in total. First one being the customer notice that it sent to you guys, to customers of the utility. And then the data that supports the application document. I don't see, oh, there it is. So I don't see the application itself. I'm not sure if, do you see that, Alex? I'm not, the
I
rates.
believe that's number 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's just worded a little differently than I'm used to.
Mhm.
Okay, good. All right, great. So I think we have Brandon, is it Hennies? Hens? Okay, great. So I have you from the utility. So I'm going to swear you in and just ask you to verify those documents. So is that the person who we want to verify? Is that Jody? Can you confirm that?
I say, otherwise, if Brandon wants to verify number 1, I can verify
Okay.
numbers 2 through 7.
Okay, yep, that sounds good. So yeah, we'll do the customer notice first. So I'll swear you in, Brandon. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, and can you see the screen share?
Absolutely, I can.
So that first document listed from the city, the customer notice, are you familiar with that?
Yes, I am.
Is it complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
It is complete and correct to the best of my knowledge.
Okay, great. And do you have any comments you want to give about the case and your opinion on anything?
No additional comments about the case.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. I thought maybe you're reading I see you looking,
No,
I thought maybe you're reading the closed captioning, but.
We have a giant screen over to the right, so I'm just looking at that screen. So
Okay. All right, just curious. All right, so okay, so we'll take swearing documents 2 through 7 with Jody Dobson. I'll swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
And give us your name and title.
Jody Dobson, principal with Baker Tilly.
All right. Can you see the screen share?
Yes, I can.
So for the utility documents number 2 through 7, are you familiar with those?
Yes, I am.
Are they complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, they are.
All right, any comments?
Not at this time.
Okay, great, thanks. So I'll move on to commission staff, start with revenue requirements. Stefan Elmer, swear you in. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And can you confirm that the revenue requirement exhibit is complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, again.
All right, any comments?
No comments.
All right. And we'll turn to cost, service, study, and rate design with Alex Hanna. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Can you confirm that the cost, service, study, and rate design exhibit is complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
Any comments?
I have no comments at this time.
Okay, all right. So that's the documentation we got into the record, and comments, provide opportunity for comments from the utility and commission staff. Now we can take comments from members of the public, and like I said, we do have many here. So I'm gonna, let's see, let me see if Brandon, if you could just get a poll of the people in the room who might want to comment.
How many people would you count, raise your hand?
Show of hands.
3 confirmed people that would like to make comments in the room.
Okay. So why don't we take the people in the room first and just have them come up one at a time, and we'll just do the same thing. I'll swear them in, get their name, and have them give their opinion on the case.
Excellent, thank you.
All right, I'm going to turn off the screen share. There we go, so we can see each other better, and that a little bigger. All right, hello, sir. So first I'm going to swear you in. Raise your right hand. Swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Just give us your name and comment.
Jerry Sitter. I guess first comment I would like to make is I don't ever remember getting any kind of public notice of the rate increase. So that kind of shocked me when that was put up on the board. And I guess as somebody with a fixed income, I don't understand why such a substantial increase. Why can't this be stepped out over a period of time of, 5% this year, 5% next year, or 10 like this? I understand that this came about because of the new well and that stuff, but I'm sure that somebody should have had the foresight to know that there was going to be an expense for a new well, that this should have been stepped out, looked at as a future project. And the rate increase, I mean, the 55% rate increase seems awful substantial. And some of the comments that I have heard to other people in the city, that this was kind of brought up because, well, all the other cities raised their water rates a certain percent. Well, just because somebody jumps off a bridge doesn't mean the rest of us have to. Let's do this on a sensible basis, so much each year. And also, when you say a water increase, now is this an increase in the whole bill, which means it's fire protection, sewer, or is it just the water usage part of the bill?
Okay, those are good questions. So I think our best thing is, let's collect those questions, and we'll have utility and commission staff address those, but we'll hear from the other members of the public first, and then we can kind of wrap up with answering some of the concerns the public is expressing.
Thank you.
All right, great. So let's get the next person from the hearing room. So I just mentioned that, so the notice is one issue, and then the timing of the well was what I was really hearing there. Comparative rates is another issue that people are concerned about. Who else in the room wanted to speak? There was 2 more people. There we go. All right, see you there, sir. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, name and comment.
Tony Daly, D-A-L-E-Y. I'm stepping away from my role as a journalist who has covered these matters extensively. I am absolutely against a maximal increase of the service costs, understanding the sometimes severe and incredible onus financially this is going to put on some members of the population of the city of Omro. I understand some of the logistical, departmental, operational, and technical issues and costs associated with this intended rate increase. However, I would urge the Public Service Commission to exercise their judgment in the spirit of restraint and consideration for this significant and for some drastic fiscal burden that will be imposed upon them at 55%. Perhaps we can do less, graduate it, and perhaps find some other fiscal management ways to administratively deal with this. Again, I cannot stress and emphasize enough that this is an enormous burden that should be carefully considered for the sake of the Commonwealth of people living in the city of Omro. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. And I think there was one more person, and there's more if there are more people there, so just let us know. Hi there. I'm going to swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? All right. Give us your name and give us your opinion on the case.
My name is Pat Rapp, and I did not receive any notification about this 55% increase. I received one which took place last summer, which was an 8% increase. So when you compound that with the 55%, you're talking about 63%. That's tremendous. And again, I agree, it's a burden on the population at a very poor economic time with all the tariffs and other things that are going on and the expenses. I think it will be devastating to a lot of people who are on fixed incomes, myself included.
Okay, I appreciate hearing from that. All right, so anyone else in the room wish to speak? We'll switch over to Zoom. You should be able to see those people, except for Steve, because his camera doesn't work. So, and actually, I guess Steve I have first on the list. So I'm going to take your comment now, Steve. Did you want to say something? I just need to swear you in first.
Mel, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. You're
Okay.
loud and clear. Yeah.
I'm
So
just I'm the city mayor, so I'm just listening.
okay. Okay. I'm just going to adjust that. Well, that's fine. How about, okay, so we'll move on then. How about Aaron? Can you turn the screen and, oh, I see you're joining us again, maybe. So two Aarons here. So the Aaron that was online before, can you hear me? Okay. So
Yeah, sorry, I got kicked off. I just jumped back on.
Okay, yeah. So let me just adjust the screen a bit here. See it there. Okay, perfect. Great. All right, so you know the drill now. Yeah, there you go. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, just give us your full name if you can.
Aaron Bartelt.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, just to piggyback a little bit on what some of the other members of the public commented, I think one of the biggest things for me is not receiving a notice that this meeting was happening. I believe my wife happened to stumble across it on Facebook or something like that. Nothing was ever mailed out. And then, of course, no advance notification of a potential rate increase is kind of a big deal. It's maybe a little redundant, but the size of the rate increase is very substantial. So I would just echo the previous comments of considering a graduated schedule to implement increase over time, so as to soften the blow of the impact on the finances of members of the public, especially those who may not have the means. So that's all I have.
Okay, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Just the screen there again. So Aaron spoke. Just going to add that to your name so I don't track everyone. All right, so next up, Abby Fuller. You're on screen now. Did you want to comment?
No, I'm with Baker Tilly.
Oh, okay. All right. And we have someone connected as Galaxy S20. You can unmute and turn on your screen if you'd like to comment. Take you a second to do that. We'll come swing back around and grab you if you want to.
Hi, I'm just the city clerk for the city of
Oh, okay.
Omro, and I just wanted to listen to what was happening with the.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining. Okay.
Okay.
Gotta remember everybody here. All right. So let's see, Abby, Peggy. How about Peggy? It's someone we haven't called yet. So you need to unmute, and I can unmute. I think, no, I can't unmute you from here. Okay. You'll have to do that on your own. We'll move down to Sean Seuss. Did you want to comment? Okay, how about Tia? TIA? You just joined us. Did you want to comment? Omro water rate case? Okay. Okay, well, there were a few good comments from the public that if we could just get a little bit of information from the utility about that, would appreciate that. So, I mean, the biggest one was really, I think, well, one we heard a number of was the notice, and then the well issue and comparative rates. I think people were comparing rates with Omro with its neighbors. If you have anything you'd want to add about that to inform the public, maybe it would be helpful since they're all here anyway, and you're accountable to them. So
Yeah, absolutely. And in terms of the customer notice, the PSC had told us that we needed to do a class 1 notice within our newspaper. So that is what we had done within our newspaper. And then we had also had put it onto our website as well too.
okay.
So we had done exactly what the PSC had requested of us in terms of that, and with the proof of the affidavit uploaded within the PSC as well too.
Right. Let me interrupt just for a sec because I can show that on the screen, what you had filed here. So that's
Yep.
so it's the Omro Herald
Yep.
from March 27th, and it's got the notice of hearing on the page 16. So we set up a notice requirement for utilities for their rate cases, and depending on the size, we want to try to mitigate the costs. So some, if bigger utilities with more revenue need to do a mailing, and they are mailing out bills monthly. So that's an important consideration to keep the public informed through the mail. But to put it in the monthly bill just keeps the cost down. And then here, because of the size of the utility, newspaper notice is all we require. So it sounds like you did a few other things by putting it on the website. I think it was on Facebook as well. So, we just try to balance out how much, we should be, how much resources we should be committing to notifying customers versus how much, we want to impact revenue. But so you did meet the requirements. I see that here, and the requirements are what you have to do, and I think you did it. You did do some more to connect with the public. Just curious if the city had discussed this in council chambers, like when they were approving the application. Was that another part of the public process that the utility undertook?
Yeah, this has been brought up numerous times throughout the council, and since the water rate case has been ongoing since 2024, I've been doing my best to keep them up to date on what has been going on.
Okay, yeah, I was just curious about that. Okay, all right, so that's just, I mean, just trying to give you an opportunity to respond to the comment issue, and people have their opinions either way, but I just wanted to make sure that we have a complete understanding of what happened.
And as
So go
our,
ahead with the rest of your, what you want to say.
of course, and as our reporter, Tony had mentioned as well too, he had stated that he was reporting on this numerously throughout the entire water rate case too. So it's in the paper multiple times throughout there. In terms of the well, the city had completed a project on 2022, did that end, or was it 23? And I'm looking at Eric Carley, our chief water utility operator here. 22, that was completed. So starting to budget within the next year, it should have been noticed in that year that our water utility was expending more than it was receiving revenue. However, the administrator at that time had left the position in early February. The city was lacking an administrator from February, and then I started in October of 23. Thus, then I had budgeted for the water rate case study to be implemented and started in 2024's budget moving forward from there.
Okay. And anything about the rates of the neighbors? Do you know how that, we can have, maybe staff can chime in on that, but
Yeah, and with rates of the neighbors, I mean, as the PSC knows, we can't just increase rates just because of our neighbors have been increasing rates at all. It's all based off of the evidence that's been uploaded to the PSC. It's based off of our audited financials. It's based off of our actual revenues versus the actual expenditures. While our neighbors have been increasing rates, it's not the sole reason why the city of Omro is doing it. The city of Omro requested this as our revenues do no longer cover the expenses needed to continue operating the utility as well as it could, while also forecasting future capital expenses such as updating of the lead water lines, improvements within our water utility infrastructure, the main line going underneath our Fox River. While we did a grant that covers half of it, we still need to cover the other half of that expenditure as well too, and so forth as well.
okay.
And while there was comments about the increase, it was kind of due to an article within the Omro Herald, and that was just answering amongst council of comparing how we are compared to other municipalities as of now.
I see. Okay. So you just mentioned getting funding for other projects. Was there any alternative sources of funding besides the rate base for the well?
For that well project, yeah. So the well project before, they had applied and had been awarded a clean water fund for that well project. And so that was accounted for, and I believe the documents and the expenditure and debt ratios all within the uploaded documents too, with the
And that's keeping the cost down to rate.
right. So yeah, so the city has been proactively since, and this is the first official rate case since 2012, the city has been proactively attempting to keep expenses down for the past 13 years to avoid rate cases.
Okay.
And at least talking to past administration, that they could have potentially done simplified rate cases before. However, just the understanding of that might have been mixed around. I don't know why exactly that was in the past, but that's in the past. We're looking ahead at the future.
All right, great. So commission staff, did you have anything you wanted to add?
This is Alex speaking. There was one early question talking about what part of the bill is being proposed to increase. Sewer rates are not part of this conventional rate case. It's only water, and then water includes the public fire protection charge. So there'll be the general service charge, that meter, the volume, and then public fire protection.
Okay, great, thanks. All right, well, I think, so did anyone else hasn't commented yet, wanted to speak?
One more comment.
Okay. Hi there, ma'am. Have you raised your right hand? Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Just give us your name and comment.
My name is June Jonas. And actually, one thing that you need to know is that I don't know what the subscription rate is for our little paper, but not many people get it unless you happen to go to the local grocery store and pick it up. So I'm the one that posted it on Facebook, and everyone is horrified at this rate increase. No one knew about it. And that's all that I have to say.
Okay, well, I appreciate you letting us know. And thanks for doing that. Okay, I did want to review one more thing about the case. I'm gonna put that screen share on one more time. Yeah, sorry, it's kind of a jumble right now. So I have on my list from staff a number of public comments that are in writing. And you'll see there's Carrie Hogan, and then Chris Morrison and Christine Morrison, and then Stephanie Skivers, looks like. So I just wanted to let everyone know that the Chris Morrison, Christine Morrison comments, so a lot of them, I think that's the same person, and we got an email from her where she asked us to only accept her last comment that she had filed. So looked like she had asked us to delete or not accept for the case anyway the comments that she had filed before the last one that she'd filed. So so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to accept the last one and leave out the other ones for the decision makers review. So I just want to let everyone know that that decision can be changed. So in case she changes her mind, I don't really mind putting the rest of them in, but it's fine. I'll just follow her request at this point. But just want to let people make people aware of that. So with that, is there anything else we need to address before we break up here? No? All right. Well, thanks everyone for your comments. We'll provide the recording of the hearing and all these documents to Andy Galvin, who's going to make the decision. So I hope that with the documentation and the opinions of customers, he can make an informed decision and come up with what's reasonable and appropriate in the case. So appreciate everyone for participating, coming out today and joining us by Zoom. Take care, everybody. And yeah, have a great rest of your week.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you.